The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman women's basketball coach Mike Mincey, I'm Michael Watchang, and this is the Eagles Sports Network as Carson-Newman gets ready to hit the road to take on the Tusculum Pioneers on Wednesday night. Coach, you look at this Tusculum side, they've won 7 straight. You played Anderson last week. They had been red hot. Tusculum, of their 7 wins, 6 have been by double figures. They're playing really good basketball. What's changed about their group this year so far to date?
Obviously, they're feasting off of people's turnovers. I think that's been the one thing where they really have a positive. They hold people to about 54 points a game, and a lot of that's coming to the fact that teams they're playing against are turning it over, and then they're scoring off of those turnovers. And so I think that's the biggest key stat for them. They can score, and they've hit a lot of threes. I think they're almost averaging double-figure threes made these last games, like a 4-game stretch. But it's about the turnovers, man. That's what they want to do. They want to speed you up and try to turn you over and see if they can get those easy buckets off of turnovers. And if you want to have a chance to beat them, you're going to have to take care of the basketball.
They've, I think, forced 26 turnovers per game this year. They're plus 10 in that category. The old adage is you press a pressing team, a team that likes to do that. How do you try to counteract that?
Well, that's what we've done in the past, and we are a pressing team to some degree. We've kind of mixed and matched it this year in terms of pressing at the start, maybe going to some zone later, maybe playing man. And so I think tomorrow night will be kind of the same. I don't know that we're going to get into a situation anymore to where we're just straight 2-2-1 or a press of some sort for 40 straight minutes. I think it's just a matter of, depending on who we have on the floor, will determine whether or not we're going to press or whether we're just going to drop back.
From your standpoint, there have been a lot of glimmers of hope this season. Even on Saturday against Queens, you had that big run in the first quarter, had that big run in the third quarter. But at the same edge of the sword, your negative moments have been kind of very drastic. Right. How do you as a coach try to get some more consistency?
Well, that's the thing, like we've talked about in some of our other interviews, we're not peaking, definitely not peaking. I think we're still good. I think we still got a good record, and we're in great shape right now, but we're just still trying to figure things out, still trying to figure out our rotation. That's just been a real burden on us right now is when we break up the starting lineup or break up the top 4 scorers that we have, we just have lulls, and when we have those lulls, it's just kind of hard to get that momentum back. That's one of the things we talked about, at Queens. We get up 22-5. We break them up, boom, there's a lull, and then it's hard to get it back. We get up 21, about midway, almost about 3/4 of the way through the third quarter, break them up. Or at that point, Harris came off the floor, there's a lull, and then you see what happened toward the end of the game. So I don't want it to be that way. We've talked about trying to build depth and go deeper in the bench, but it might be apparent that maybe we need to kind of shorten that thing down a little bit and get us a 7 or 8 man rotation just like we did last year.
Take out a win, take out scoring points, take out the point differentials. What do you want to see from your group Wednesday night to show you that they've changed a little bit and they found that consistency?
Well, you want to be able to shoot the ball better and score. We had been scoring pretty nicely up until even against Anderson at home. We scored 81 and was terrible from the 3 and still put up 81 points. I think we were on pace to do okay at Queens, but once things started going south, man, it just stayed that way. And it was just 65 points is just never any good, especially not for the way we want to play and how I let them play offensively. So, I just want us to get back, and I want to see us take care of the ball. I know we can. If we keep the right people on the floor, we can take care of it, and then, shoot a high percentage and then put points on the board. And Tusculum wants to do the same way. So you're going to have 2 up-tempo teams that are going to go up and down the floor. So it's not going to be a boring game by any means. It's the kind of game I like to play in and like to coach in. I'm sure Devin's the same way. So I just want to see us compete. It's a rivalry game. They'll have a good fan crowd, have a good crowd up there. So compete, not be intimidated by the crowd, which I'm sure they won't. We've been in a lot of hostile environments before, and then shoot the ball a little bit better than what we've been doing.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best luck Wednesday.
Thank you, Michael.
He's Carson-Newman women's basketball coach Mike Mincey. I'm Michael Watchang, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.